Hey guys, what's up? Today I have an NU match. This one is against Mabinogi 66, I believe, was the numbers he had on his name. And looking at his team, he's got basically like four of the biggest NU threats in his Ludicolo, Sock, Absol, and Magmortar, which is a little annoying to see. And Miltank is probably one of my favorite Stealth Rockers in the tier. And then Luxray is little weird. But anyways, I've got my team, and I'm ready to duke it out with him. We do have two of the same Pokemon, but you know that's how it goes sometimes. So he's gonna lead with Luxray. I'm gonna lead with Metang. A lot of Luxrays I've seen have like Discharge, Volt Switch, Toxic, and HP Ice sometimes, or Superpower or whatever. This one just flat goes out for Superpower, which I don't know why. Um, he could have went for the Wild Charge as he does now, because that would have been A, stronger, and B, not reduced his attack and defense, but I'm okay with that. I go for the Rocks and then the Earthquake, which is going to do quite a lot, but not even kill him even though he has the defense drop, because Metang's attack is 75. So, yeah. I'm going to go for the Meteor Mash here, just on the off chance that I get an attack raise. Unfortunately, I don't, but not a big deal. He goes into Absol. I know I can take a hit unless he's like freaking like choice banded superpower or something, but he's gonna go for the Dark Gem Night Slash, which I'm gonna fairly easily live and hit him with a Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, I don't get the attack raise again, but that doesn't really matter because he's gonna kill me now. Thought about switching out, but I'm like, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I go to Magmortar. I'm gonna go for the sub as I know he's gonna Sucker Punch me. And that's not going to do anything because I'm not attacking him. Then he's going to hit me with a superpower here, and that's going to break my sub. But I'm going to land a focus punch on him just in case he wanted to switch to his Miltank with Thick Fat to take the Fire Blast or Flamethrower. And that is going to do a metric fuck ton. I probably the main reason I used Focus Punch was just to show it off kind of thing. I could have probably just Thunderbolted and unless he Sucker Punched, I would have had a sub intact, but sometimes you gotta have some fun. So that's what I do. Switch out to Amoonguss on the Sock. It's probably Scarf because I don't see a Life Orb, and that's not choice band damage. So yeah, I go for the Spore here, although he has a Magmortar, and I probably should have went for the Clear Smog, but, sometimes it's just what happens. But I'm going to switch out here. He's going to go for the Flamethrower. That's going to do still quite a bit to Magmortar, to be completely honest, for a resisted hit. And now I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt. I'm going to bring him down really low, but he's going to have enough HP to be able to get up a substitute. And I was just like, oh, fuck. He's gonna hit me with a Thunderbolt here. Because he's Life Orb, he's gonna die. He probably should have just hit me with Thunderbolt and I would have died. I don't know why he thought I'd switch out, or I don't know why he did that, to be completely honest, but yeah. He's going to bring in Sock, which I figured. I'm going to bring in Amoonguss because I want to put something to sleep because it's getting kind of late in the battle and his Magmortar is now dead. So I can do that. I'm going to put him to sleep after he misses Stone Edge, which wouldn't have done that much damage. It goes into Miltank here as I go for the Giga Drain. I'm going to get a crit, which does about half. Actually, not even close to half because that was like 30%, which means it's probably especially defensive Miltank, which is annoying. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain again. I almost predicted the Heal Bell, to be completely honest. And that would have been bad because I would have broken Sleep Claws because he didn't go for the Heal Bell. He went for the Stealth Rock. But I figured, switch it in, Heal Bell. I could have went for the Toxic instead of the Giga Drain because that wouldn't have, the Giga Drain didn't really do that much damage, which would have been a smarter option. He's going to go for the Heal Bell here as I go for the Giga Drain again, I believe. Even though, like I said, I could have went for the Spore predicting that, but if he had a randomly switched to his Ludicolo and didn't actually have Heal Bell, I would be technically losing the battle because of Sleep Claws and everything. So you gotta be careful how you play around Heal Bell and predicting that, because it could get you in a little bit of trouble. And by that I mean losing the battle. So I put him to sleep, which is excellent. I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain, which I really shouldn't have. I thought maybe he'd switch, but he's gonna stay in here because I can't really touch him, and he might as well sort of sit in here and wake up and then just sort of stall me out. So I'm going to go to Samurott. I'm hoping he just doesn't wake up here because that would be kind of bad and annoying. So he's going to sleep a third turn, which is excellent because I'm going to get up a Sword Stance. Although, to be completely honest, he wouldn't have been able to kill me because he has Seismic Toss, and that's going to take, 3 attacks and stuff like that. Well, yeah, 3 attacks, yeah. because I have Life Orb, but it's not gonna do 100 damage to myself. It only does like 40, so yeah, he would need 3 hits. But I'm gonna go for the Waterfall. He's going to barely hang on, which is kind of annoying considering he's, like I said, I think he's especially defensive because Giga Drain does like nothing. So whatever. I'm gonna go for Aqua Jet here. It's going to bring him down to 0 HP. And now he brings in his Ludicolo. I could switch, but I'm just like, whatever. Both his things are faster than me. And yeah, I could go for Aqua Jet on his sock. But I have like a great wall in my specially defensive Amoonguss. Plus I can put him to sleep and stuff. Which I forgot I killed his Miltank. So I could have used Spore here, but I used Toxic instead. Which I didn't even mean to use. I meant to use Clear Smog, but I used Toxic, and it sort of worked out, but nah, not really. He goes for Ice Beam, and considering he's not Life Orb, that's just a ton. And he freezes me, which is fucking annoying. I was really rather pissed. I'm like, fuck, now I'm gonna, now I'm probably gonna lose, because this guy, like, walls both his pokes, kind of. But he's gonna go for the Surf, either overprotecting or just being, like, going for the Surf. Just, I think, probably thought I'd switch out, but I don't, and thankfully I do Dethaw, and that means that he gets hit with a Clear Smog. Here I'm going to switch out to Tauros, because I know he's going to go for the Ice Beam. I don't care if Tauros dies or even gets frozen. Really don't care. Just doing this for the fact that I can switch and not have Amoonguss die, because it has Regenerator too, so, getting tons of health. And like I said, I don't really need Tauros, because he's got a fighting type left, so it's like, close combat's probably going to kill me. But I switch back. He's going to go for the Giga Drain to regenerate some health instead of the Surf, which does like next to nothing because it's quad resisted, and yeah, it's just quad resisted. It's Amoonguss. He's going to take that hit. But now he goes up to Sock. I figured, get my regenerator again, give him a -1 from Intimidate, and that'll be perfect. And that's exactly what's going to happen, but he's going to hit me with a Poison Jab, which is like, why didn't you just Earthquake? Earthquake is stronger than Poison Jab. They're both neutral against Amoonguss and everyone else on my team. But he does get a crit, which really sucks because I would have been able to live the next one, obviously, let alone just a double damage, but also because of the whole, it's -1 is ignored by the crit. But it doesn't matter. He did his job. He got the Intimidate off. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. He's going to realize how much damage I'm doing, how little damage he's doing. Not want to stay around for the last turn or maybe 2 if, depending on the roll or whatever. And just run. Because honestly, it's kind of, the battle's over. So, that was the match. Like I said, it was looking pretty good. And then that freeze was like, oh. And then I thought after 1 turn. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, all in all, it's good match, and hope you guys enjoyed the NU action, and I'll see you all next time.